Today I have a June recap. I'm going to share with you my works in progress and also a little bit of sewing that I have done this month. Plus, I'm going to show you guys my favorite all-time knitted summer tops. Hello there, my name is Lisa and this is the Girl Miss Yarn. In this channel you can expect a lot of knitting, sewing, thrifting, cooking, all the crafts, okay? Everything you can imagine. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my channel and let's get to today's episode. I hope nobody gets offended and this is just for fun, okay? But I think there's 4 categories of summer knitters. Number 1, the one with the most members is the one that just skipped to socks. They just knit socks from now on until it cools down, or they're starting their fall wardrobe right now, their fall sweater. Number 2, the show it all, okay? The show it all summer knitters is the ones that love a good halter top or a bralette or a super crop top, all that. And it's more of like an occasion, kind of if I'm going to the beach kind of thing, kind of knitter, and in my opinion, very impractical. And then the number 3, it's the ones like me that want to be airy, flowy, they want to be comfortable, they want at the same time to wear this you know, by itself, so a cute tank or a cute vest or a shell, all of that. And they are not afraid of cotton, linen, rayon, bamboo, whatever you want to call it. And number 4, and that's my mom's category, is the ones that knit the same thing that they knit year round, but this time they will dip their toes on a little bit of like rayon, cotton, linen, or bamboo, or any combination of that, but they keep the same kind of silhouette than the entire, you know, the rest of the year, but they're just changing a little bit to a different material or a lightweight yarn. This sweater has its own video. I mean, I'm going to put it right here and also in the description box. But I have wore this thing a couple times. I mainly have wore it for kind of like date nights, if we want to say that. Every time like I go out and I want something, you know, kind of like sexy, I do wear it with, you know, it's like a drop shoulder kind of thing. And I have done shorts with this and I have done a couple of jeans. I'm going from older to younger, and this is the Trunk Island by Beth McDonald Stone. I made this one in Queens & Co. Sparrow in the Eclipse colorway, and OMG, I love this thing so much. I have worn it so many times with so many different bottoms. I have worn it with maxi dresses tucked in. I have done shorts. I have done jeans. You name it, I have done it with this thing, and it looks pristine if you ask me. I thought this thing was gonna be too kiddie-ish and too revealing. Number 1, you can adjust the straps and you know they're completely knitted on itself, and you just make your little bows. For me, they don't unravel at all. Like, they're secure there. That linen just hold on tight and you don't see your bows getting loose or getting loose. At the same time, you can bring it up and down if you want a little bit more cleavage. Then again, you can adjust it. And then I thought it was gonna be too girly for me, but it's actually not. I think the style is so simple and so elegant, and it gives you like a little girly something there. So definitely something that I love. On the flip side, I don't need anything as revealing as this. It's a little hassle to use a bra underneath, and you know, if I want to go to somewhere like church, I cannot use it because it's too much. Like it's it's sexy. It's sexy. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna apologize in advance because this thing is nasty. Okay, I left it on top of all the other knits, and Gringo was like, a stack of knits. Yes, it's nasty. I'm going to put it in my washing machine, and I'm a little worried that whenever I open the washing machine, it's gonna be something different, because this yarn is something. So this is a Rota sleeveless top by Irene Lynn, and I made it in a yarn that we will never mention here. It was actually rope. It was so hard to knit, and I will never, ever, even, I will not even mention it, because it's just so, it was so bad, so hard on my hands. It was so hard. And I have a friend, Sabbatical Knits. She used the same yarn. This yarn was so cheap. I think we paid like $15 or $12, something like that. And yeah, I mean, like budget friendly. But this is more like for macrame, and I mean, for the life of me, this top, I have used it very little, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's too heavy of a yarn. I think I'm gonna go ahead and knit it again, maybe in like a black or like a white, something like that. But I don't think, I don't wear it as much because it's quite heavy. It's just like a heavy top, even though it's very airy. There's a lot of open work there. I mean, it looks like it needs I don't know what happened, okay? This may have been Mimi, because she has the, or maybe it was, I don't know, it has white hair. Maybe it was Fiona. I think Fiona got in here, and then she started to scratch it, because you see that loose thing right here? There's hair, white hairs everywhere, but I mean, this is gorgeous. You need to knit this. It's so beautiful. Oh. When I talk about this sweater, I have one thing that I wanted to change, and I have not done it because I don't want to work with this yarn again. But it was that this was too low. I wanted to pick less stitches, and I never went ahead and did that because I actually prefer to knit another one than knit this thing with this yarn again. Okay, I did like a little wardrobe change here. This definitely needs a wash. It's quite stinky, but I always wear it like this. I just push it back just a little bit, and you see there I have a little gap there. So definitely, if in another life I feel like I need to redo the armholes, I will pick less stitches. And but I wanted to do a outfit change so you guys can see my Komorebi by Perks and Peaks. And this thing is, it makes me so proud. I am so proud of this knit. I will say this is the more advanced design that I have knitted. At the same time, I hated every single row. And I didn't make a mistake, okay? Not even one mistake. I mean, hello. Just saying. At the same time, I feel like I have a hard time trying to wear this because it's a little bit more serious. It's a little bit more elegant, but I cannot use it, for instance, for church or things like that. If I'm going to go out, I prefer to go more into a sexy route than more, I will say, you know, 47-year-old housewife like I am. So I need to make an effort to use this more often. I just want to say that because it's so beautiful and it needs to be shown. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, if you see here, I have going out sweater, and then I have one that is too revealing, the other one, this one is too heavy, and then I cannot use this one because it's not, I would say, casual enough for me or sexy enough for me. So even though you have all your bra out hanging, Is it? And the last one is this Ranunculus that I have not recorded the video and talk in depth about it. I want to give it its own little bubble, but I want to separate the works in progress and my actual thoughts on the entire sweater. So you will see this video soon, but this one is made in a linen and it's the Ranunculus. So you will hear about that one soon. So let's start with the works in progress. I only have 2 and I am quite excited and I hope you like them as much as I do. Let's talk work in progress for the month of June. What I've been working this month. I have a couple things that I have in the needles and I have not touched them, so we're not going to talk about them because then it's not going to be a short video like I intend it to be. But WIP number 1 is the Sea Breeze Summer Vest by Park Williams. I love this design. I love that it's kind of it has like a classic silhouette. I love the drop shoulder, kind of like cap shoulder situation. It's more covered than a tank and it's perfect for any yarn. I think like a super sparkly one will look so cool with kind of like some necklaces and stuff, or like big earrings. Just like a neutral or even like speckle, you know, wild card kind of yarn will look perfect. She used a DK linen blend. It's a DK weight knit and it's knitted in pieces. So this is the only thing that I will say it's not difficult. The pattern is very repetitive. You can memorize it right away. And I have done this twice and I'm gonna rip it off. I'm gonna do it a 3rd time because it has to be great. And I'm gonna tell you what, number 1, I picked this yarn in Puerto Rico. Is it's a cotton one and it's a worsted weight yarn, and I was not vibing when I started knitting that sweater in this thing, and I was a couple inches in and I was like, I don't think this is going to be it. It was kind of hard because it's marled. You have a couple of threads going on at the same time, so it's kind of like it was a little splitty, and because you have some yarn overs and some, you know, kind of like weird stitches to make that open weave kind of pattern, it was a little too much, and also it didn't look like the way I wanted it to look, so I went ahead and ripped that off. Then I went to Joann's because I'm trying to knit with a little bit more budget-friendly yarns, and I bought 2 different yarns. So I bought this knit and crochet essential yarn in the color cream. This one comes in a couple colors. It was a couple dollars. I think it was like $5 or $6. I think that time had like 30% or something like that. So I bought 3 and I started to knit it in this color. So let me show you my progress so far. So I have 3 inches completed and I have to go, I think, a couple inches more, like 9 or 10 or something like that, before you start doing the kind of like V situation or the back shaping. I don't remember that well, but I was not vibing with it, and this is the color that I actually wanted. I wanted like a cream color sweater that I can, you know, wear with everything, with every single thing you can imagine. Then I started to do a little bit more research on the yarn, and this is not DK, this is worsted. So I felt like I can use this yarn for something different, and it will save me the headache also of it to be too thick, especially after that Rota sleeveless sweater that it's just hit me up, keep me warm, like it feels like so heavy. So I thought I'm gonna go ahead and rip it a 2nd time, and then at the exact same time I picked this Lion Brand 24/7 cotton DK. I think they have a worsted version as well. They have so many colors. I think it's like 24. I wrote that down here. It has great reviews, 5 stars. Like, everybody loved this yarn. And there was a couple of bad reviews, but they were just like things that are more like personal than anything. So it looks amazing. It feels really soft. You have a little shine in there. And then the same with this one. This one is so soft, and both are 100% cotton. So I was like, I need 2 sweaters. So this is going to be used for something else. I'm going to frock that one, and I'm going to start another one, or I'm going to start it with this color. So that's the update on that sweater. Not too much, but it's one of the things that I prefer to frog and start over than not finishing it at all, or push through and then later on to change my mind, or knit it with something that I know it's not gonna be it. So I'm taking my time a little bit more mindful, let's put it that way. So let me go to WIP number 2, which that one is so exciting. Let's talk about WIP number 2. Is the mini mock neck tank by Jessie Made Designs, and I jumped into the sweater right away when she published it. I think this is exactly what I need. It's going to be a workhorse, something that I can wear with anything, and I also think this, if you knit it in a wool, will be a perfect item as a warming layer, or I don't know, you can use it with cardigans, as a shell, you know, you can use it as a tank by itself. So I think there's so many endless ways that you can wear this, and at the same time it's going to be it's just a tank. There's nothing else to say. How many times have you wore a tank this summer? I bet a bunch of times, so that's enough to say with that. But I went ahead, jumped into it. It asked for a fingering weight yarn. I went to my local yarn shop and I got 2 different yarns for it. Number 1, I got the Lana Gato Fresh in the color chestnut. And if you can see, I have some certain colors that I use a lot. So I was just like, I think I should just wait on this one because I use this one quite a lot. Then I went and I got the Queens & Co. Sparrow in the color Eclipse, and I mean, it's the same yarn, the same color, the same thing. So I didn't want to knit the other one, but I have a sleeveless top in the same color. So I mean, hello, what is going on? I have issues. I thought this one was too thin, so I need to definitely do a little gaze swatch and let it bloom. This is linen, and then the other one is linen. So I got linen, just linen, for this sweater. I am, let me show you, already on the body part. I already did all the neck shaping. There's a lot of purling, so definitely because it's a sleeveless, you have to separate if you're going bottom up, or if you're going from top to bottom, you're going to be doing some purling. There's a lot of purling in this thing, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna end. But at the same time, there's the detail of the sleeves right there. It's just a breeze. I love this yarn. The only thing is that you can see me, so it's a little see-through, but I don't mind. This, when you wash this yarn, it blooms and it fills up quite nicely. So I am really glad that I started this. I thought it was gonna be too small, but it's actually too big, I think, on my armhole. So we will have to wait until I finish this up, because you know I didn't gaze swatch. So that's the update on this, and that's it. That's all I have knitting wise. Let me show you one thing that Sandy by the Lakeside sent me, and I squeal so hard when I saw this. This is the mini bunny bag in the rose gold, and I mean, it's everything. I put some lipsticks on and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, because I don't want this to, you know, like one lipstick decides to like spill all over and mess this up. But I mean, it's so cute. So I wanted to show you guys. But let's just talk a little bit very briefly on the items that I sewn. I'm only gonna show you 3. I have WIP wise 4. Some of you guys don't sew but enjoy looking at what I made, and I like to show, and I am quite proud of the items that I am making. I'm trying my best to make things that I don't give away, because I gave away a bunch of stuff that were ill-fitting, or like the fabric was not good and it looked like crap a couple of washes after. So we'll see if these ones I love them. So I need more tops, you know that. And I made this one in February in my blogging time, and you can check that if you want to see how I did this. But this is the Ashton top by Helen Closet, and she gave us this pattern away, or to us, because I took a class with her, and I took a class of block printing, and she gifted us this pattern so we can make, you know, the top with our piece of fabric, which it was a yard or a meter. I bought this tablecloth for 70 something cents, and it was embroidered on the 4 corners, and I didn't have enough to be able to cut it in the fold and have like everything embroidered. So what I did, I added that interdo right in the middle, and I was able to use all 4 corners of the tablecloth, and I love this thing so much, and I need to wear it more often because I don't wear it as often as I want to. It's so comfortable, but for some reason I took my measurements and I was supposedly a size 8, but it's a little too tight for me. I need to go up a size. I don't know what I did this, but I noticed after I cut 2 more, so I made another one in a cotton linen blend. This is from Joann's, and I think this fabric was $12.99 plus or minus 30%, so it was like less than $10. I have not wore this one, but I love it. You have the option of using a facing, or you can use bias tape. So if you are a newbie and you want to try to make yourself a top, bias tape will be your friend. Although, if I'm gonna say so, it looks, I don't know, it's easier. It doesn't look as, it looks complicated. It's not. And she gives you great examples. The instructions are great, but if you see here, everything is enclosed in there, so there's nothing raw about anything. And this one I use the same facing. I use a different fabric because I didn't have enough, and then I use the edging of the tablecloth for the bottom. In this one I did use the facing for the hem, and I mean, I didn't even serge it too much, just a little bit. So Ashton top number 1 of the month, because the other one I made in February, and then I did a same one in a same blend. This is cotton linen blend. It has a little pinstripe there. I already worn and washed this one, and I mean, it felt lightweight. It felt like I was just like, you know, wearing, I don't know, something. So it's so light. I want to actually get a bunch of linens in all colors and just make like just plain basic. I know this pattern has some sleeve add-ons, and those are really easy to make. You have, I think, a long sleeve, you have a short sleeve, you have like a little what is it, tulip sleeve, all that. So I love it. So last is this, and I'm gonna put a picture in here because it's just so difficult to show you, but these are some Ninni Culottes I made from paper cut patterns, if I'm not mistaken, and I made it in this twill, kind of like chino denim fabric from Joann's. I know I buy a lot of things from Joann's, but I need to go to Dallas and go to that fashion district. I may take you guys along. Ooh, let's do that. Anyway, so I bought this fabric to make some Persephone pants, but then I was just like, I cut one. I have one that I'm working on in white denim, and I was like, I need something different. I need something that is not sticking into my body. Perfect pattern, Ninni Culottes. The only thing is that I didn't read the instructions properly. The description, okay? I have done this so many times, and I was like, why is looking so bad? Like, this is looking so bad. This is made for knits, and I'm like, how did I miss that important detail? This is for knits. I don't know, but this is for knits, and that's why it looks so, it's so bulky. So if it was going to be woven or something like medium weight like this, I will use the Pomona pants, which you have the elastic just on the back, but the front is already drafted, so you don't have any kind of, you know, rouging or anything. So I want to make this again. I wore it. I loved it. They felt like pajamas. They look like pajamas. I look ridiculous, but at the same time, I was breezy, easy, no sweat, and that day was 103 degrees. So, yeah. So, loving my Ninni Culottes that are not a pattern that is not meant for that fabric, but I want to get some fancy, medium weight knits so I can make them in all colors. I mean, for the love of God, I'm gonna be like everywhere with my pajama pants. Like slash Ninni Culottes. Anyway, so that's it. That's it for me today. I'm so glad to be here so soon. I'm trying to stick to schedule. It's hard, and I am so glad you guys are enjoying this new format. I know I went a little bit over than my 20 minutes that I'm supposed to make these videos, but I think a monthly recap, it's gonna be okay. Anyway, I see you next week. Next week I'm gonna talk to you all about the Ranunculus. I know. Anyway, I see you guys soon. Take care and happy knitting.